My beloved child, not everyone reacts to your growth with celebration. Some react with distance, confusion, unexpected tension. Pause. There are seasons in life where you begin changing quietly. Your mindset becomes sharper. Your standards become stronger. Your focus becomes clearer. And suddenly, certain people around you start acting differently. That shift is not always random. My beloved child. The phrase, "they tried to block your rise," does not always mean direct attacks. Sometimes it looks subtle. Discouragement disguised as advice. Doubt disguised as concern. Coldness disguised as busy energy. People becoming uncomfortable. When you stop staying small. Think honestly tonight. Have you noticed how some people supported you more when you were confused than when you became confident? They liked the version of you that needed approval, that tolerated less respect, that questioned their own worth. But growth changes dynamics, and not everyone adjusts well. Pause. Your rise is not only money or success. Sometimes your rise is healing emotionally, setting boundaries, leaving toxic patterns, becoming disciplined, choosing peace over chaos, trusting yourself again. That kind of growth is powerful, because inner growth changes outer life naturally. My beloved child. This is why resistance sometimes appears right before major transformation. Not because you are failing, because you are changing direction. And change reveals who truly supports your evolution. Think honestly tonight. Who became uncomfortable when I stopped shrinking myself? Who questioned your growth? Who minimized your progress? Who only liked you when you doubted yourself? That awareness matters, because not every connection grows with you. My beloved child. Do not become fearful. Become discerning. You do not need to fight everyone. You simply need to protect your energy wisely. Some people cannot walk into your next chapter because they were attached to your old identity. And that is okay. Pause. The warning in your title is not about panic. It is about awareness before self-sabotage happens. Because many people stop their own rise, trying to keep everyone comfortable, trying to stay understandable, trying not to outgrow old environments. But your growth was never meant to be hidden forever. My beloved child. You are not becoming too much. You are becoming more aligned with who you were meant to be. And if you continue trusting that growth, the same people who doubted your direction may soon witness your transformation clearly. If you stayed until this moment, maybe something became clearer tonight. Maybe you realized growth changes relationships naturally. If this message brought you wisdom, clarity, or emotional strength, you can support through the QR code on screen or the link in the description and pinned comment. There is never pressure. Some support with $20, $50, or $100, and many support simply by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with 5 people. We're quietly working toward a $3,000 weekly goal to continue creating authentic, meaningful messages that truly help people emotionally. Thank you for being here. Because sometimes, one message tonight helps someone stop apologizing for their growth. Part 2: Why your rise made them uncomfortable. My beloved child, some people only feel secure when they believe you will never change. Pause. In Part 1, you saw the shift, the strange reactions, the tension that appeared when your energy started evolving. But now, we go deeper. Because your rise did not only change you, it changed the balance around you. My beloved child, there are people who became emotionally comfortable with the older version of you. The version that over-explained, overgave, accepted less, stayed uncertain, needed reassurance constantly. That version felt predictable to them. But growth changes predictability. And predictability gives some people comfort. Think honestly tonight. What happened when you became more confident? More disciplined? More emotionally aware? Did certain people become colder? More critical? More distant? Sometimes your evolution forces others to face what they avoid in themselves. That discomfort often shows up indirectly. My beloved child, not everyone knows how to celebrate growth. They haven't experienced personally. Some people compare silently. Some project insecurity quietly. Some feel abandoned. When you stop living the same way, that does not make them evil. But it does explain the energy shift. Pause. The phrase, "they tried to block it," often means this. They planted doubt. They questioned your direction. They reminded you of your old mistakes. They subtly discouraged your confidence. Not always intentionally. Sometimes unconsciously. Because your rise challenged their understanding of you. My beloved child, growth always changes relationships. The people who truly support your healing become inspired by your evolution. The people attached to your old identity become uncomfortable with it. That difference reveals everything. Think honestly tonight. Who only felt comfortable when I stayed emotionally smaller? Who benefited from your insecurity? Who liked easier access to your energy? Who reacted strangely when you started protecting your peace? That awareness matters deeply. Because clarity protects growth. My beloved child, do not shrink yourself to maintain old comfort zones. Do not return to emotional confusion. Just because growth feels lonely sometimes, you are not meant to stay where your spirit outgrew the environment. That discomfort is not punishment. It is transition. Pause. Many people quit their transformation too early because resistance appears. But resistance often means movement is real. You are stepping into unfamiliar emotional territory. New standards, new boundaries, new self-respect. That naturally changes who can walk beside you. My beloved child. You thought people changed suddenly. Maybe your rise simply revealed who was aligned with your growth and who was attached to your limitation. And if you keep moving forward now, your future may become too powerful for old fears to control anymore. If you stayed until this moment, maybe your heart understood something important tonight. Maybe not everyone was meant to grow with you forever. If this message brought you clarity, peace, or emotional strength, you can support through the QR code on screen or the link in the description and pinned comment. There is never pressure. Some support with $20, $50, or $100, and many support simply by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with 5 people. We're quietly working toward a $3,000 weekly goal to continue creating authentic, meaningful messages that truly help people emotionally. Thank you for being here. Because sometimes, one realization tonight helps someone stop abandoning their own growth. Part 3, they tried to shake your confidence first. My beloved child. People rarely try to stop what feels powerless. They react strongly when they sense momentum. Pause. In Part 2, you understood why your rise created discomfort, how your healing changed old dynamics, how your growth exposed hidden insecurity around you. But tonight, we uncover something deeper. Because before people try to block your future, they usually try to weaken your belief in yourself first. My beloved child. Notice the pattern carefully. The discouraging comments arrived right when you started improving. The doubt appeared right when you became focused. The criticism increased right when your confidence began returning. That timing matters. Think honestly tonight. Have you ever started feeling stronger emotionally, only to suddenly hear voices saying, "You're changing too much. You think differently now. You should slow down. You're doing too much." At first, those words may sound harmless, but repeated enough, they create hesitation. That hesitation is dangerous, because hesitation delays growth quietly. My beloved child. Many people never lose their potential. They lose trust in themselves. And once self-doubt enters deeply, people begin shrinking their own dreams, questioning their own instincts, apologizing for their own evolution. That is how momentum gets interrupted. Pause. The phrase, "Open this before it's too late," is really a warning about your mindset. Do not allow outside discomfort to become inner insecurity. Do not let people's fear become your limitation. Because once you start dimming yourself to keep others comfortable, you slowly disconnect from your purpose. My beloved child. The strongest attack against growth is not always external opposition. It is internal confusion. The moment you stop believing You are capable of becoming more. That is why protecting your confidence matters deeply. Not arrogance. Confidence. The quiet belief that you are allowed to heal, allowed to evolve, allowed to succeed, allowed to become emotionally healthier than the environment you came from. Think honestly tonight. What part of my growth have I been questioning because of other people's reactions? Your confidence? Your boundaries? Your goals? Your discipline? Your peace? That answer matters. Because the version of you that is rising now needs encouragement, not self-betrayal. My beloved child, you are not too different. You are becoming more aligned. You are not losing yourself. You are leaving survival mode. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming clear. And clarity changes everything. Pause. The same people who once doubted your direction may eventually respect the strength they tried to discourage. But by then, you will no longer need their approval, because your rise will already be real. If you stayed until this moment, maybe something powerful became clear tonight. Maybe your confidence deserves protection too. If this message brought you peace, wisdom, or emotional strength, you can support through the QR code on screen or the link in the description and pinned comment. There is never pressure. Some support with $20, $50, or $100, and many support simply by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with 5 people. We're quietly working toward a $3,000 weekly goal to continue creating authentic, meaningful messages that truly help people emotionally. Thank you for being here. Because sometimes, one moment of self-belief changes an entire future. Part 4: The moment you stopped needing their permission. My beloved child, there is a powerful shift that happens quietly inside a person. The moment they stop asking the world for permission to become who they truly are. Pause. In Part 3, you saw how doubt tried to reach your confidence, how hesitation tried to slow your momentum, how outside voices attempted to create inner confusion. But tonight, something changes completely. Because your rise becomes unstoppable. The moment you stop shrinking yourself emotionally. My beloved child. For a long time, part of you still wanted approval. You wanted people to understand your growth, support your healing, celebrate your progress. And that desire is human. But eventually, you realized something painful. Not everyone benefits from your evolution. Some people only felt comfortable when you remained easier to control emotionally. That realization changes everything. Think honestly tonight. How much energy did you spend trying to stay acceptable to people who are uncomfortable with your growth? Explaining your boundaries, defending your peace, minimizing your achievements, apologizing for becoming stronger. That emotional exhaustion was real. My beloved child, this is the turning point. You stop over-explaining. You stop shrinking. You stop editing yourself to fit environments your soul already outgrew. And suddenly, your energy becomes lighter. Because authenticity removes emotional pressure. Pause. The phrase, "They tried to block your rise," loses power now. Because your greatest breakthrough was never external success first. It was internal freedom. The freedom to trust yourself again. The freedom to grow without guilt. The freedom to choose peace, even when others misunderstand it. That kind of freedom changes your entire presence. My beloved child. People notice when someone becomes grounded. Not loud. Grounded. You stop reacting emotionally to everything. You stop chasing validation. You stop begging people to see your worth. And that calm confidence becomes impossible to ignore. Think honestly tonight. What changed after I stopped seeking approval? Did your peace increase? Did your mind feel clearer? Did your confidence return? Did your direction become stronger? That shift matters deeply. Because people who trust themselves move differently. They no longer wait for permission to become healthier emotionally. My beloved child. Your rise was never meant to depend on everyone understanding you. Some people will misunderstand your boundaries, your healing, your discipline, your distance. But misunderstanding does not cancel your growth. And if you continue walking this path now, the life you are building may soon feel emotionally unrecognizable from the pain you once lived in. Pause. You are not becoming unreachable. You are becoming aligned. And alignment always changes everything. If you stayed until this moment, maybe something powerful settled inside your spirit tonight. Maybe you realized your growth no longer needs permission. If this message brought you peace, clarity, or emotional strength, you can support through the QR code on screen or the link in the description and pinned comment. There is never pressure. Some support with $20, $50, or $100, and many support simply by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with 5 people. We're quietly working toward a $3,000 weekly goal to continue creating authentic, meaningful messages that truly help people emotionally. Thank you for being here. Because sometimes, one decision to trust yourself changes the direction of your whole life.